All right, welcome into edition 3 of House Call, Terry and Jerry. Brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Jerry, presenting sponsor at DraftKings.
Love that.
TD, Tutty, taking it to the house, in for 6. Whatever you call a touchdown, one thing's for sure, touchdowns matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. On the ground, in the air, some special teams, defense, we don't care how they score them. We want to bet on touchdowns, and DraftKings Sportsbook is the number one place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple, like a player to score a touchdown. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your bet today. If you're looking at Thursday Night Football, you got Garrett Wilson at plus 140. You could even get 2 TDs for Breece Hall at plus 370. There's a variety of different odds over at DraftKings. Go check them out. Ready to do a touchdown dance of your own? New DraftKings customers, bet $5 and get $250 in bonus bets instantly and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code HOUSE. That's code HOUSE for new customers. $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, Jerry, I know we've been doing this show for a short period of time.
Yep.
I don't think anything is going to get grosser than Saquon Barkley being down at the half-inch yard line.
Yeah, no, that was fucked up. That ruined our parlay.
Grotesque.
Ruined it. Like when Devontae Smith scored, I said to myself, okay, Saquon has been running the ball great. If they get close, he's going to break one. It's going to be easy. Wide open, hits him, just falls a little short, and he touched the ground. Kind of shitty. What are you going to do? It is what it is. There's bad beat.
Yeah, he couldn't really, the way he was facing too, he couldn't really stretch the ball.
Yeah,
we don't put any of that on Saquon. He might have rolled in the end zone if the guy doesn't touch him right there.
Exactly.
Just an absolute brutal beat. And now I'm out of Stool Viver.
Yes, you are, because did you have Henry too?
Yes, I had
You
Henry.
hit that, and then the Saquon you missed.
Yep.
So you're out.
So the numbers are 36 people advance to next week.
Mm-hmm.
19 have a chance at elimination.
I'm one of the
24
19.
have been eliminated.
Yeah, I'm one of the 19 that has a chance. I got to pick 2.
All right, so you got to go 2 for 2. Feidelberg.
Mm-hmm.
You familiar with him? You know him, right?
Yeah, I know who he is. He does the radio with KFC.
I know. Sometimes, all right, yeah. Sometimes I feel like you get lost in the Jerry Shuffle.
Yeah, I got.
But he was on Surviving last year, so you know.
Yeah, he was. Him and KFC were in cahoots to try to get me out. Didn't work out. Jerry backfired on them. KFC ended up going out. Listen, I had no chance to win last year anyway. I knew that once I got Dave out. But listen, like I said in the confessional with KFC. Tried to come at me, you missed. But, I lived to see another day, but at what cost? It didn't do me any good. I was going to lose anyway.
Fights had the longest odds of the week last week was Kamara.
What was the odds?
I'm not sure. I don't have the number offhand, but Kamara was, I'm going to guess, in the 160 range.
Yeah, maybe 165,
170. That's usually how it's been. Kamara was the highest odds. You also got to remember there are a lot of people like me who were taking some minus signs last week, just to hang on by their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Fights will have Monday night. He'll have a stream with his TD bet. He's going to get $1,000 bonus bet. He'll put it on something for a TD score on Monday night.
Nice.
All right. Into Thursday night. Patriots, surprising Patriots, should be 2-0 Patriots at the struggling New York Jets. Let's get into it in terms of 3 guys to take a look at. Garrett Wilson plus 140. Has not scored yet. Feels a little bit like a matter of time. Patriots secondary got carved up by Geno Smith and the Seahawks. DK Metcalf and Jackson Smith. I'm definitely going to say this wrong. Njigba. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I'm not going to play around with that pronunciation on that word.
Jackson Smith and Njigba combined for 30 targets, 22 catches, 246 yards, and a touchdown. Are you looking at Garrett Wilson here?
I'd love to. It's just like, I don't know what is going on with Aaron Rodgers and that offense.
I don't know what's going on with the Jets. Now, I've heard clips of him in the offseason saying they're going to ascend. They don't want to blow their load a little early, but they're sure starting off fast.
Yeah, no,
I mean, slow.
Yeah, no, they're starting off very, very slow. I don't know, dude. And then this other kid, Braylon Allen, I don't know much about him. He seemed like a monster last week. He's a big ass fucking guy at running back, but I don't know, man. I don't trust Garrett Wilson. I bet on him last week. I had like a live bet in the game too. It just never had a chance. I know you like the 2 TD plays. I know you're a big fan of that. I'm actually gonna do something a little bit different. Jets linebacker seems like they haven't really been good. Pretty slow. I'm gonna go with Hunter Henry at plus 400 to score a touchdown. Risk 1 unit, win 4.
Okay.
I
All
just
right,
like his
Hunter Henry.
matchup. I like his matchup.
I'm going to go with the consistency here.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've seen out of the Patriots is this guy, Stevenson, scoring touchdowns.
Yeah.
They love to give the ball to that guy when they get close. Now, it's a worry with the Jets defense if they can get close. But I'm going to take Rashad Stevenson or Ramondre.
Are you
Stevenson
okay?
plus-
Is everything okay?
I got a little tick in there. I don't know what it is.
Something in the right eye, too.
Yeah,
No,
what's
that's
going
the
on?
crying, though. No, that's the crying.
What are you crying for? Why are you crying?
Because I cough so hard.
Your eyes,
cough so hard, you
your
cry.
eyes doing the mincy the other way. What's going on?
I don't know. It is what it is. I'm going to take Ramondre Stevenson plus 135. Jordan Mason at 147 and a TD. Debo Samuel and Calvin Ridley also ran for touchdowns in the goal line in the first 2 weeks. Tony Pollard at 100 scrimmage yards on 22 touches. I think Stevenson is the most consistent back here for the Patriots. I would like to see one get through the end zone here. I'm going to go with Stevenson plus 135.
Is that Calvin Ridley ran a touchdown in? Maybe like a reverse? Possibly. I mean, I don't know. I didn't. It doesn't matter
You
anyway.
fact check that?
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did.
All right.
I don't remember,
too.
but I'm hearing rumors that he did.
All right. That's fine. All right. Let's move the Giants and Steelers over there. Sunday Night Football, a good one. I was high on this Falcons team. Turns out they're pretty good. Beat the Eagles. You got the Kansas City
Last
Chiefs.
week you said they hold on. Last week you said they stink. They
Turns
stink.
out they're good. Hey, like you said, overreactions, whatever.
Yeah, that's
they're
what
the
happens.
king of the birds. They're
That's
the
what
king of the
happens.
birds. So you got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Pitts plus 175. Chiefs were good at shutting down wide receiver ones, holding 14 of their 21 opponents to under 50 yards and an average of 44 yards per game in 21 games. That continued this season. They held Zay Flowers to 37, Jamar Chase to 35. They've been getting killed by tight ends. Isaiah Likely, 111 yards and a TD. Or TD almost in week 2. Almost 2 touchdowns in week 1 against the Chiefs. Gesicki went off for 91 yards last week. Does Kyle Pitts find the end zone here? Is that a guy you would look at?
I'm not really looking at Kyle Pitts this week. For me, I think I'm going to take what's his face on the Falcons. I just want to get the odds real quick because it's not on the sheet. I don't believe. Where is
You also
it
got Ray Ray-McLeod plus 380. Rasheed
yeah,
Rice
but
plus
he's
130.
a hit or miss for me, dude.
Ray Ray's a big hit or
he's a
miss.
big-
They looked at him a lot, and
They-
you got Patrick
they did,
Mahomes
they
plus
did.
340.
I am going to take Darnell Mooney at plus 240 to
Okay.
score on the Falcons. He seems like he's been getting some targets. He had a big play in that Eagles game. I think they want to get him more involved. I like him to score plus 240.
Okay. Speaking of guys you want to get more involved, how long can this go on with Travis Kelce not scoring a touchdown? How long can this go on with Travis Kelce not getting as many targets as he wants? I'm gonna take not only take Travis Kelce in this game. That's the leg I'm putting in the parlay.
Well, I mean, ever since Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala, Kelce hasn't scored. I'm not saying
Yes,
it's a
Jerry. Yes.
I'm not saying it's a curse or not. I'm just saying that's just a fact.
coincidence.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
a coincidence.
so
The two are related.
exactly. So we'll see how that plays the rest of the year.
Okay. Thoughts on Kelce? Because I not only like him in this game for my pick, I like him for the parlay.
Speaking of Kelce, let's backtrack to Jason Kelce on that broadcast. What did you think about that? Your honest opinion.
I thought he was okay. I mean, we're streaming, so I didn't get much of the audio, to be honest with you, because we're talking over him.
Gotcha.
I had a famous take of Jason Kelce last year when he didn't wear a suit to his retirement.
I seen you tweeted at him. Yeah, I seen that on Twitter.
Yeah, it turns out he did it for a guy who wanted to get his ankles taped one last time, and the guy had cancer. So that was a very cold take by your boy Terry here.
Okay.
Had to walk that one back. Then I forgot about that story and ran it back again this year. So now I got people having to walk it back for me 2 times. So I'm now 2-time walking back Jason Kelce anti-takes.
I don't know if his volume was too low. It sounded like he had marbles in his mouth. I have no idea. But yeah, I mean, I put out a tweet and I was just like, dude, I can't even understand this guy. I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It could have been from, hyping up people at the Eagles game and whatnot. He was there in the jumpsuit, all the theatrics. Maybe he was out of breath still. I have no idea. But I was personally not a fan.
What do you think about that guy tearing his ACL?
Did the jumping thing that
Yes.
happened? Yeah, I mean, you gotta do that if you're on stage and Kelce goes in for a chest bump, but you run the risk of that happening. But maybe Kelce will pay for the surgery. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see. Oh, maybe he has insurance.
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't have insurance, I would expect Kelce to pay for the surgery.
Kelce's making enough money. You would think he'd pick it up.
Yeah,
Right?
100%.
Wonder if he sues him. Could you see a potential lawsuit?
I would sue. If I was in that situation, I would sue, but I don't think you can sue.
The quote was that the guy wanted to line up in a 3-point stance and chest bump him. So it's very much that he initiated the problem.
Yeah, so you can't sue.
You can't really sue,
No.
but I mean, you could sue for anything. So it
You
is what it is.
You could. I mean, I could
sue for
I could sue you.
What can you sue me for?
I don't know, maybe being late 10 minutes.
We don't have as many studios as you guys.
You have to knock on a door to make sure nobody's in here, Jerry.
Really? Well, yeah, I don't really ever book anything over here either. There is a lot of studios. There's a lot of different rooms here. I do love the background, though. It looks cool.
Yeah, it does. All right, I'm fact checking some of those stats. Let me get into Monday Night Football. So we are.
That was not a fact check on a stat. That was not a. What stat were you fact checking? Number one.
I was fact checking last week's. Oh, it's fact checking last week's records, which we should touch on. I went 1-3.
Okay.
Hit with J.K. Dobbins plus 125. So you take a loss there. You went 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
You hit Lamb in the parlay, and you also hit Jackson Smith and Jigba. No, you hit Devontae Smith.
Yes, Devontae Smith. Yes.
Plus the 165. So you turn a little bit of a profit.
Yep.
For 0.65.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not bad. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you evened out with Lamb because you were laying money with that.
Exactly.
On the negative, but turns out. So you're doing well this year. Turning a profit every week. That's all you can ask for. All right, Monday Night Football. We're going to get a parlay on this one as well, Jerry. Let me give you 3 guys to take a look at. Actually, 4 guys to take a look at. Josh Allen plus 120. Josh Allen never went more than, as of week 2 last season, Josh Allen never went more than 1 week without scoring a rushing TD. He scored 18 TDs in 19 games last season, including the playoffs. He was held to just 2 yards last week while James Cook ran into 2. Jags have allowed a rushing TDs in back-to-back weeks to start the season. Khalil Shakir, plus 170, leads the Bills in receptions and yards by a decent margin through 2 games. Gabe Davis, plus 350, a revenge spot for him with Jacksonville. Entering the season, Davis was tied with CeeDee Lamb for the most receiving TDs since 2020 with 33. Davis leads the Jags in targets. Or, if he's healthy, Evan Ingram plus 255. Depends on his status after he hurt his hamstring in warm-ups last week. He's Lawrence's favorite target. Buffalo has allowed 11 catches for 53 yards to tight ends this season. Jonnu Smith was killing him with the yak last Thursday.
Yep.
Tua missed a TD opportunity for him in that game. Evan Ingram plus 255 is something to take a look at. Which way are you playing? You playing one of those on Monday, or are you playing a long odds via somebody from Jackson?
I'm going to play a little bit more juicy odds here. I'm going to go with Christian Kirk at plus 280 to score a touchdown against the Bills. I think, I don't think the Jags are as bad as everybody's making them seem to be. I know, Trevor Lawrence said in his press conference, we stink right now, we suck. True, yes, but I think they bounced back a little bit better on offense, on the offensive side of the ball. They looked really bad last week, but I'm taking Christian Kirk. I mean, I feel like that's Lawrence's favorite wide receiver. Loves feeding him the ball, especially downfield, over the middle. I'm going to take Christian Kirk.
Okay, I will take Kincaid.
Ooh.
For that.
Have we picked Kincaid every week? You picked him, I picked him, and now you picked him? Is that how it went so far?
No, I don't think I picked him because the Bills didn't have a primetime game week 1.
Oh, really?
No. So I think we picked him last week.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'll run it back. I like him.
He hasn't
if you parlay the 2 of them together, it's in the 850 range.
It's like they don't look at him in the red zone. It's wild.
Till they do, though. You know
I know. No, he's due. So I like the pick. I'm not saying I don't like it.
So that parlay together right now is 850.
Okay, that's a nice parlay for us.
That's a real nice parlay.
What was our odds last week? Plus 270 something?
296.
296,
because it went down. It was a little bit earlier if you locked it in with us right away.
Yeah.
Obviously, odds are subject to change via DraftKings. But there was an injury. Who went down? A.J. Brown.
Yes.
So that knocked down Smith, and that by the time of game time when they made it live.
Yeah.
So right now, if you want to lock it in, it's 850. We'll see what it is at kickoff, maybe some changes, different things like that. But right now, it's plus 850 for the Monday Night Football parlay.
That's a big odds. Big odds. Love it. I put mine in already. I just put it in before we started the show.
Yeah, big odds for that. All right, let's get into the other Monday Night Football game. Washington at Cincinnati. So Jamar Chase.
Yep.
Guy to take a look at. All right, so there is a second Monday Night Football game, Jerry, a bonus. Washington at Cincy. 3 guys to take a look at. I'm definitely going to say this name wrong. Andre Iavicius. How the fuck do you say that name?
I have no idea.
It's either him or Trey Higgins if they're available. Godwin, McMillan, and Robinson have also caught TDs against Washington this season. There's plenty to go around with this defense. Might be looking at worth these guys with longer odds. Iavicius caught 2 TDs last week. Brian Robinson is coming off a career-high 133 against the Giants. Jaden Daniels has had more red zone rushing attempts than Robinson, and Elker has yet to throw a TD, and that streak could continue against a Bengals defense that held Mahomes to 151 yards. QBs ran for at least 29 yards in both games against Cincy. And here's the guy I'm going to take, Jamar Chase. I think, how long can this go where Jamar Chase is mad at Burrow, Burrow's mad at him? It eventually breaks out. I think Jamar Chase gets a look. I'm going to take Jamar Chase in this game.
Well, he's definitely going to get a lot of looks. He's the wide receiver 1, so I like him to score. This
yeah, but
week.
you saw that penalty last week. He had to pull him away.
Yeah,
it looks like they're mad at each other.
That was bad. That was really bad. I'm not saying
he's frustrated.
That,
Definitely
like,
frustrated.
Costed them the game. I mean, it was very significant and a bad timing. But no, okay. I like to play Jamar Chase. I think the Commanders stink. I don't think they're a good football team. I do like what Jaden Daniels is doing with his legs. No diddy, but I think I'm going to take him to score a touchdown. I'm going to take Jaden Daniels this week to score a touchdown. I feel like he's going to get loose a little bit. Bengals pass rush might get some, clean looks at him, but he's good at escaping. So I'm going to go with Jaden Daniels to score a touchdown.
Okay, now you're still alive in this Stool Viver contest. You have to make 2 picks.
I know.
If you want to put one of them in here in the parlay for us, let's dive into the parlay that we're cooking up. Our favorite touchdown scorers of the week.
Yep, I'm ready for mine.
It's a theme. I touched on it. Travis Kelce. We touched on that.
Okay.
Travis Kelce. I'm putting Travis Kelce in plus 130. So we'll do you and we'll do a caller. Which way are you going for your leg of the parlay?
Okay, here's where I'm at with this parlay here. It's gross. It's a gross bet. But it's a necessary bet for me. In this parlay. It's Najee Harris to score a touchdown.
Oh my God.
I know it's gross and the Steelers, the offense is terrible. I'm looking at this game. Something's got to give, right? I mean, something just has to give. They got to make a breakthrough. They got to score when they're in the red zone. A lot of penalties last week for the Steelers. They were down there multiple times. Penalties got called back. I think Najee is going to score this week at plus 155.
All right, so right now that's at 486. So we touched on that caller, or we should touch on that caller last week. We probably fucked up a little bit. We looked at all the voicemails and saw that there was 90.
Yeah.
And we scanned through the numbers, and that means we went past Sunday, and we were getting some week 1 guys. So we saw listen, Ford had a good game. Okay, Ford had a good game. The guy was close.
Yeah, he was close.
He fucked us. He was close, but he fucked us. So we're going to make sure we cleared out all the voicemails. And Jetski's got one loaded up for the third leg of this parlay.
Wait, he didn't fuck us because that was his week 1 play, right?
But he didn't score in week 1.
He did score in week 1, didn't he?
He did score in week 1?
Yes.
Ford scored in week 1?
Yeah, I think so.
No! So this guy's a winner and we fucking made him a loser.
Yeah.
Only we can do that. Only we can do that.
Let me double check that though. Let's see.
Yeah, I think he did.
Score.
He scored late in the game, in that week 1 game.
So we turned the winner into a loser. That's what we did.
He did.
Yeah, we did.
We did. All right, so that guy, you're not banned. You're more than welcome to call. It's all
We
fault
suck.
for
We suck.
And all the people I know, if you called in and you gave us a winner, don't just try to spite us and be like in week 2 and be like, I'm not calling those guys. Fuck those guys. No, we need it. You guys we should have picked one of you. It's our fault. Keep calling in. And you could say, and we'll have the voicemails. You could even say what you have, save your voicemails, record it. But if you hit 4 in a row, we'll eventually get to you. It's a long season. We're going to get to you. So if you had a week 2 winner, please call back for week 3. With that said, let's go to the voicemail.
All right. So this is a familiar voice for you.
Okay.
And potentially Jerry as well. So this is a guy that we know and love. So I'm going to play right now.
I hope it's somebody good, Jerry. I really do.
Me too.
You'll know as soon as you hear it.
Hey, Jerry, there. How you doing, fellas? One thing real quick before I get my pick. Hey, Jerry, don't be threatening good old dog for the survivor with the show. We got a good thing going here, fellas. We don't want no war times. Ryder's been good. We got new enemies. We want to keep Jerry on the good side. But pick of the week, I think it's going to be about at least $1.45, 145 odds. Devontae Adams is going to get in the end zone. And we're going to get it back on the horse, fellas.
Okay.
See you next week.
Let's
Okay.
see where
Nicky
he's at.
C.
Yeah, it was Nicky C.
Yeah.
Nicky
All right,
C?
so Devontae Adams is not yet available.
Okay, he's not yet
The
available.
Raiders game is not yet available. We will lock that in.
Yeah.
The minute that game goes available.
Yep.
for sure. I think he's
Probably-
right on the odds though too. I think it'll be somewhere around there.
Yeah,
Plus
you know why?
145,
Definitely
plus
questions. It's
165.
not his fault. It's questions on Andy Dalton.
Yeah,
Now that Andy Dalton's starting, that delays things a little bit. So we'll go with Harris, Kelce,
yep, and Devontae.
and Adams. A
Yep.
little bit of a political parlay there too, with Harris and Adams.
Yeah,
John Adams.
yeah. I
All
mean,
right,
that's
so as
not
soon as that's
relevant.
cooked-
That's not relevant to anything.
Yeah,
Wasn't John Adams like the 12th president?
Second president.
he was a president though, and Harris is potentially I'm just saying. And Kelsey's got his girlfriend advocating. for
Wasn't
president,
John
so
Adams a bad guy?
I don't know.
Thomas, it's
I don't know.
relative. Thomas Jefferson, a lot of people say was a bad guy.
Gotcha. I
But-
feel like the early presidents were bad guys.
As soon as Adams is available, we'll cook that in.
Thomas
so I'll
Jefferson
write that down.
Had a couple children with slaves.
Kelsey, Harris,
Mm-hmm.
Adams.
And then we also need to do our. I'm gonna keep it easy with my Steelers play. I'm gonna go.
yeah, we're gonna do that right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna
We're gonna do that.
I'm gonna do. Oh, you want to just go get
Okay.
into it? Okay.
I
go.
could break it down for you. Yeah, if you have a quick play on the Steelers, go ahead.
Yeah, my quick play on the Steelers is pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna keep Najee Harris in my play for the Steelers at
Okay.
plus 155. I know he's in our parlay, but I like him a lot this week.
All right. I'm gonna go back to this guy. I'm gonna take Jerome Ford. I think the Giants allow a lot of running back touchdowns. I'm gonna take Jerome Ford. I liked what I saw out of him last week. Explosive runs, hard hitting runs. I think the Giants defense is okay, but I could see a touchdown being allowed. I'm gonna go with Jerome Ford plus 140
Okay,
against
cool.
the Giants.
That's good.
All right. So tweet at us, tag us. We'll let us know what's going on. If you have touchdowns, if you have voicemails, you can call in. That was another edition of House Call with Jerry and Terry. The Sunday parlay is going to be, well, the main leg parlay is going to be Kelce, Harris, and Adams. And the Monday Night Football play will be Kincaid and who?
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk plus 850, in that range of 850.
Is that
So
am
shout
I-
out to
That's right, right?
what?
That's
Yeah.
that's our parlay for Monday night.
Kincaid and Kirk.
Gotcha.
Kincaid and Kirk for
Okay,
Monday. So
cool.
we got the two parlays. That was an edition of House Call. We'll see you next week.